Hey man, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. You know, it's late for me in the day. I was under the impression you were already in Europe, but I was mistaken, I guess.
No, I'm still here at home.
So you're still in Canada, or where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Canada here.
I see. Oh, Canada. I really love Canada. I used to live for 2 years in Montreal, so it's a great country.
Nice. Yeah, Montreal's beautiful.
And the people are the best. You know, it's kind of, it's Quebec, so it's a little bit different than normal Canada. I'm aware of this, but I really loved it. You know, I was about to get citizenship there, but then I went back to Europe. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're not talking about me. We're talking about you, of course.
Sure.
So. Big things are coming, right? So you're coming to Europe, and you're on tour here, and of course I'm calling you because you make a little stop here in my hometown of Jena, and you're gonna play here on the 28th of this month. So one of my questions was like, how do you like Europe so far? But you're not here yet, so
right. That's okay. I would have loved it.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, I mean, Europe is quite hot right now. How is the weather in Canada?
It's actually not cold, but it's let me just see. Well, the current temperature is 23 Celsius.
I see.
Right.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool thing with Canada as well. You use Celsius and also liters and decimal system. So yeah, I liked this too. United States is a little bit different. So let's talk about your tour here in Europe. So you're gonna do a lot of big shows, and Jena is, I have to admit, a smaller one. But I'm very happy to see you here. What's the biggest thing you're looking forward to? Which shows or which bands you're gonna share the stage with? Are you really looking forward to?
Well, to be honest, there's some of the festivals have so many bands that it's tough to keep track all the time. But there are some really cool festivals that we're playing with some great bands, and none of them really hit me right now.
No problem.
When I was looking at them, I was like, "Oh, that'd be cool." Yeah, so it looks like there'll be a lot of great bands and a lot of great stuff happening. So that'll be fun.
Great lineup. So I guess you don't know who you're playing with here in Jena with, right? Because it was, I think, only special guest or something. So you cannot say something.
So when it's a local show, it's going to be special guests. I think on our Facebook page we have put up there's a complete list of dates, and there are some new dates that we put up with some of the band names. So yeah.
I saw this. Okay, so I will direct the fans to your Facebook page, so we will be up to date, basically.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so maybe let's talk about your last album. I mean, what you're touring now with, or I actually just.
You're cutting out.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah,
okay, sorry. I'm going closer to the microphone then.
That's okay.
I was just talking about your latest album and just your latest video for Black Flag.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm more how you say. You're doing music or metal for a long time now, and I wanted to know a little bit more, like what's okay. I don't know how to phrase it right. You seem to circle back to kind of old themes, you know, in this video, like 17th century pirates and things, and metal kind of also was. Is the music style that kind of also sometimes pushes the envelope, and has something to say about the current state of the world. But this kind of seems to be more like the past.
You know what? The past is sometimes the current situation, as it were. So when we look at, history is very secular. It's very secular. And so when we look at the pirates, we can actually look at modern-day societies that have been oppressed the same way. So, there are certain similarities to current issues that are going on right now that can reflect into the days of the pirates. So there are sort of similarities, but because we are, especially John, he's a bit of a history buff, as we know.
Yep.
So he really likes talking about that kind of stuff, and of course, I think the reason is because history is very, very, if we learn about our human history, we're going to learn about the future, because we know, it's not a complete crystal ball, but we can kind of see a common denominator and a common thread.
No, I completely agree,
so I think that it's really cool that's why we touch on it. I think that's why John's really interested in it, because it gives him a better insight, and I think it gives everybody a better insight as to what to expect for the future.
So, and what exactly kind of compares to the pirates today? I mean, do you have some things we really want to point it to, or something?
You could say it couldn't even be it could be a mindset for current people today, whereas the rebellion, they feel as though that they've put their trust into something. Let's say, for instance, the government. Let's say we trust them, and then we find that we've been betrayed. So we've signed our life away to them, and now we find that unfortunately, they have too much control into our lives. So now we start rebelling, and we go, well, this isn't what we signed up for. Now it seems as though we've been turned on, and now what happens is certain people in society, they feel as though they've been banished away from society. So there is a sort of inherent sort of isolation that happens to the certain humans, and when that happens to a human, there is a lash out effect, and there is an effect that, well, screw you, I'm going to live a life of anarchy, or or rebel in certain ways. So it really could be taken from a physical mentality state down to, yes, groups of people that are sick and tired of it, and they lash out, because really that's what happened to the pirates. The English, the royalty, they said, you know what, we're going to sign you up. You're going to do a bunch of stuff for us. We're going to pay you well for it. And then what happened was they were given full sanction to do a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden they turned around and said, no, you're criminals. We don't want to associate with you anymore. And they tried hunting them down and banishing them. So they said, well, no, we were supposed to be working together. So there was a bit of mistrust there that happened, and sort of put a bad taste in their mouth. So that's sort of what happens in modern day society as well.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, it's okay. I haven't seen it this way, but it makes sense now to me, because it's kind of also, as I see it now, what with your explanation is kind of think for yourself and think what you really want, and if you're treated correctly here, what's. Don't let your freedom be taken away, basically. So
exactly.
This was also.
Don't ever let your freedoms be taken away. Don't abide by one thing. Like don't take. If somebody is giving you information, you have to do your due diligence and research it, right? If somebody tells you something, if it says, I saw an alien yesterday and 50 other people did, and you go and do your research and it didn't find out that none of that happened, well, we're not gonna trust that person anymore, are we? So there is that sort of inherent do your due diligence, and please, you have to trust to a certain extent, but always know that you can't take your freedom of thought, your freedoms that you feel make you a free human away.
Okay, no, this I completely agree with. Yeah, this is And as you said, with the history, Germany has a history of some bad things. And just yesterday I was talking with an American here, and he was like, "You're so open about this, what you did in the Second World War and stuff." And so I think it's also good what you're doing here to kind of bring back this history that people get into the thought process. Is just like you said, that it can happen again, maybe not exactly as it happened back then, but there are similarities, and things are always changing. But like we have now in the United States, it's a kind of thing what's going on there, what was not so uncommon in Europe. Let's put it this way. We don't want to go into into a political debate here. So but I guess we are agreeing. It's good to know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So
I think finding a happy balance in life. You can't just look on one side of things. You have to study it and look at the happy balance in anything in life. You can't just get out your pitchfork and start deeming someone evil until you've done your due diligence and really looked at it. Then you can base your opinion, and then you can pick up your pitchfork if you'd like.
Yeah, no, I get it. But this is actually, this is a good topic you bring up, because it's kind of tough today, as we are so oversaturated with media, and there's Netflix and Spotify and music at your fingertips, and there is almost no free time, it feels like. In the past, I guess, you're a little bit older and I'm a little bit older, so we grew up and we're just playing with friends somewhere out in the woods. And today it's kind of so much entertainment at your fingertips. You have your Xbox, you have this and that, and so you never have this kind of for one thing, okay, sorry, I'm having 2 points now. For one thing, it seems like boredom is kind of killed, and boredom, especially as a musician, I guess, or an artist, you need sometimes this empty space to fill and to let thoughts come. This is one point. And the other thing is, because of this oversaturation of information, we're so used to little chunks and Twitter-size bits of information that it's tough for some people to just go through to a whole document and read a few pages. So people people. I can understand it a little bit. It's tough for me too. I'm just trying to read a book, and I see that it's only page after page, but I'm getting very slowly. And in the past, I used to read so much more, and now you have so much distractions. Anyway, what's your thought on this? Because it sounds like you want to educate the people out there to think for yourself and research for yourself and get build your own thoughts of the world.
Yeah, and I think, of course, that's what people need to do. It's a very difficult. It's a far easier said than done.
Of course,
but, But with the amount of information, like you said, with the amount of information that we're fed every day, it's in our face with our Facebook pages, with information whenever, because a lot of us are staring at our phones, pop-up ads, in our computers. We're being fed all this information every day, and even from around the water cooler when you're talking to someone at work, you are fed information, and I think you are correct. I think with people want information quick. They want it fast. They want a quick resolve. They want okay, this is what it is. I don't want to have to waste my time thinking about it. This is how it's going to work, and that's a problem because nobody really wants. We're raised, especially I started noticing it when I was around 10 years old. I'm 40 years old now, so around 10 years old, I started noticing how quick commercialization and quick information was being given to me. And so I could only imagine children now, the amount of indoctrination and information that they're given to not form opinions, but just take it for face value. And then the problem is that it's inherently coupled with you need to have things now. So they're causing people to have a rushed life.
Yep.
They need to have things done quickly because We can download things quickly. We can get music quickly. We can get everything so quickly. We play video games. You play a video game these days, man, those things are crazy. Like, it's quick. It's like so insane. And even with videos, music videos now, it's quick clips. Nobody wants to see anything anymore. They want, because their attention has gone down exponentially. So what we've now done is we've formed a human where that has no attention span and wants everything quickly and wants to be rich.
No, exactly.
And so now it's the hunger, and it becomes a mental disorder, and I see it as an inherent, and it's not even their problem. It's just how the environment you're raised in. So I've talked to people that are raised in farming environments that are not exposed to the amount of indoctrination that they are, and they are far different people than those people that I find that are indoctrinated with information, media, internet information, and commercialization and everything every day. So it's an interesting world we're living in. It's actually very interesting to see. I've always been interested in the human psyche. I've always been interested in how the brain fires and why people think the way they do. And because I question myself constantly. I'm like, well, why would I think that way? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, but I'm trying to evolve as best I can, but of course I find myself de-evolving sometimes because that human comes out in me, that human. And it's like, oh, Jesus, so it's a constant battle, I think, for all of us. So, but I think you are correct. I think information too quickly, and I think that people are going to have to try and adjust to it. And I think that it's only happened within the last 20 years,
I think so too.
20, 25 years. So it's a very short period of time. So I think there might be a human psyche adjustment period, and I think there will be more awareness of it. But I think there is even now more awareness becoming of that. So it's a troubled couple of decades that we went through, and it could be another adjustment period over the next couple of decades, but I think there will be a happy balance that will come to a resolve. I really honestly, because if I don't think so, then I'm going to
what's worth it? Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you completely. I think so too. This is I was reading about this. This is kind of an exponential explosion with this thing. I guess you have heard of Moore's law or something, that the computers evolve exponentially. This means they're going very fast up. So we're just at the beginning of a curve, but we're going through the roof. Soon we have this quantum computing and stuff, and new things gonna happen. And so it's great. It's in a one way, it's a great time to be alive, right? So
it really is. It's exciting but scary.
Exactly. It's we need to see. We need to see where this takes us, and. I guess you have heard of Facebook and these troubles there. I don't want to go there, but just wanted to finish one thing what you just said is evolving as a person, because this is exactly what I guess most people kind of forget.
You're cutting out,
my friend. Sorry, I'm cutting out again.
Sorry.
You hear me better now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I was just wanted to finish up the thought with evolving as a person, and. I read about philosophy, for example, is a lot of people think about it, that it gives you a quick answer and answers how to do things and be stoic or be this or that. But actually, philosophy, this is what it reminded me what you were talking about, is more like finding answers for yourself. It's just a way of how to think about things, but it doesn't give you a quick answer. It gives you just more questions you have to answer, and then evolve as a person. And as you were just talking about all these quick and instant gratification and things, for me it seems like people forget that the life is the thing between the highlights or the downsides. So the life is what's going on. It's so we just kind of go from I don't know, sugar rush, or you know what I mean. From little, I need to have this and this and that, and if I don't have something exciting, then I'm not alive or so. But life is also the calm before the storm. Like, I guess, going back to music, you're at home right now, and I'm pretty sure you enjoy being at home, but you're also looking forward to be on the road and, with your buddies and playing shows and pleasing the fans and meeting new people and stuff. But it's a balance, It's kind of, you can enjoy the one thing, you can enjoy the sunlight better if you know what rain is, basically.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You have to. I've been saying that lately, actually, because I've personally dealt with some things, and I mean, it's not crazy, but I've had some friends. I was like, we got to go through these dark times,
exactly,
in order to really enjoy the good times, and I think that's what they're there for. The darkness is there for the light to really shine, and I think if we really learn that when we're in those dark times, we go, good things are to come, and as long as we keep positive about it, right?
Of course, you need to keep positive.
Ourselves into a darkness that we can't get out of, but which a lot of people do, and I feel bad for them. But the thing is you're right. It's just we're never going to actually find the real. I mean, I don't think anybody. I don't care how enlightened. I don't care if you're the Dalai Lama. You know what I mean? If he still has challenges that to try and there's always going to be a mental challenge of that evil and good and all that kind of stuff, and I shouldn't have said that to that person, I feel like such an asshole, or something like that. We're always going to have those moments, but like I said, it makes us those dark moments in our lives make us better people, I think, because then when we are faced with those challenges later, we're like, you know what, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to try and rise above that, and I'm going to just shut my mouth, and I'm just going to say, have a great day, and whatever,
This is actually a good point you just raised, because it's, I guess you're from a Canadian background, and I'm a German, so, but Americans are also, people are sometimes afraid to fail, to make a mistake or so, and this is bad, because mistakes are sometimes needed to evolve as a person, and if you're talking about music, sometimes if you play the wrong chord at the wrong time, or you put in, you set you as a singer set in the wrong chorus or whatever, things happen, new things happen, and mistakes are good for evolving, kind of. So
I've had some moments on stage where, oh my God, I put on a lyric or my voice squeals, or but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm a human, man, and I'm not, and I'd much rather have that happen than being perfect all the time would be really boring, wouldn't it?
Exactly. This is we can talk about this without naming any names, because it's what's this thing what kind of sets everything straight. I forgot the name of it in English. That kind of, you can sing through it and it will make your voice always on time or corrected. Auto-tune. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. I forgot. Yeah. So this is a very good point. The people come to your shows to see the real you. They want if they want to listen to your music in perfect arrangement, they can listen to your CDs or to at home in their stereo systems and stuff. But they want to see the live. They want to smell the sweat, and they want to see you perform. And if you miss the note, this just shows that you're a human being, and this is a real performance. If it's too perfect. Of course, everyone, nobody wants to make a mistake. I'm pretty sure you go with the best intentions on stage. Yeah. But if it happens, you just keep on going or smile, and the people notice, and then we shout, and but you're just a human being, and this makes you more accessible, basically. As if you're just a rock star and untouchable something.
Yeah. I think people connect to that human aspect really well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to also finish the philosophic point we had before, because what I found very helpful doesn't matter which time it was for me this saying, "This too shall pass." So basically, if it's a good time, enjoy it, because it will. It will pass, and if it's a bad time, just pull through and get through it, because it will pass. This has helped me a couple of times.
Yeah, no. You were cutting out a little bit there.
Okay.
But,
Sorry.
So you mean talk about dwelling on the past?
No. Okay. I will repeat.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. What helped me in the past is this little saying: "This too shall pass." And this means if you're in a good position in your life, then it means enjoy it as much as you can because it will pass. And if you're in a bad position, it means go pull through because this will pass as well. So it's kind of it puts things into perspective. Not to dwell on things like you just said in the past and say. Like you just said, with I missed this note, or my pitch was too high, or whatever. Keep on going, and next time you will be better, or you find something new even, and you find if I sing it this way, it even sounds cooler, or whatever.
Exactly. No, it's true. This too shall pass is very true. My mom used to tell me something. She goes, everything happens for a reason as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If something bad happens, that's for a reason. If it's a learning experience or it's going to get you to a different place, whatever. But yeah, like this too shall pass, and everything does happen for a reason, and all these types of mentalities are really, really good to have to keep you going forward. Because you're right. Even in the good times, it's not always going to be good, but in the dark times, it's not always going to be dark. So, yeah, always remember that. Be prepared. Exactly,
and in the time in between, it's your life as well. I'm more like a harmonic person. I like to, if things go smooth, and I guess I'm as old as you, so I'm kind of. Not so a hothead anymore, and I don't need action all the time. So I just enjoy coming home to my wife and close the door and shut the world out. I guess this feeling as well. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I agree.
Now you start a different part of your life when you go on tour, and this will be cool too. So how? Maybe we can talk about what's a normal tour day like. What do you do before a show? To calm your nerves down, or are you not excited at all, or just on stage? How is a normal day for you there?
You know what? I sleep a lot.
Good for you.
Yeah, I do. Basically, a normal day is I will usually get up about an hour or two, maybe before sound check, and then have some tea, warm my voice up, and then do sound check, and then usually have talk to the guys and joke around a bit, do whatever, talk about the set or whatever, and then maybe go walk around the place I'm at a little bit, check out the immediate area, and then maybe come back and then have dinner, and then usually I go for a 2-hour nap before my show, so then I will go for my nap, and then I wake up about an hour and a half to 2 hours before my show, and then again I warm up and maybe have a beer or a shot of whiskey maybe or something, just to really get the juices flowing.
I see.
And then go do the show, and then when I get off stage, usually just have a shower. We usually just sit and we laugh and we talk about the show, or we say we fucked up or something like that, whatever it is. Or and then we usually go and have some after show food, and then maybe we'll go talk to the fans maybe sometimes. Then I'll go back to my bus and I will maybe have a glass of red wine and go to bed, and then repeat Groundhog Day.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it sounds very healthy.
Drink a lot of water in between. So I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but I have to because it's my voice. So I have to really watch myself and be as healthy as possible.
Yeah. So you don't also smoke, right? Or no. Okay. No. So you any sport? I have to admit I haven't seen a show with you yet. So, but I guess you're going to move around on stage a little bit, and so is this your workout, or do you do some extra sport for keeping you fit?
Yeah, so my wife is a fitness instructor. We have actually a gym in our house, like in our garage that we converted. So I'll use that. I like to run. I love to run. And I will work out with weights occasionally, but I'm not like a big muscle head or anything like that. I just want to keep, my cardio good. So I try to eat healthy and keep my cardio going, and then try to, do whatever I can. Sometimes I get a little lazy. My wife gets on me. But
I see. But this is good. She kind of keeps you going, or keeps you in check here, in line, basically. Okay, so usually I play, I don't know how much time we have. We already talked for half an hour. Usually I like to play a few songs from you and from bands you like, or musicians you admire, or who kind of inspired you. So you would like to play a few songs I can cut into our interview later on?
Yeah, let's do King Diamond, Welcome Home.
King Diamond, Welcome Home. Okay. Do you have any?
3 Inches of Blood, Destroy the Orcs.
Wait. Welcome Home. I'm not so fast.
Judas Priest, Painkiller.
Okay. Painkiller. What was the other one with the orcs? Sorry,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
What was the one with the orcs? I missed this one.
Judas Priest, Painkiller.
I have this one, yeah.
So I think I said
King Diamond,
Welcome Home, Judas Priest, Painkiller, 3 Inches of Blood, Destroy the Orcs.
This was it. 3 Inches of Blood. Okay.
Yeah. Is that good, or?
Yeah, that's good. And maybe now a few songs.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, just give me a moment. 3 Inches of Blood.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Just a second. Okay, and maybe a few songs from you. I mean,
okay.
Maybe.
How about? Let me just see. That's a tough one. How about? Jeez. How about, you know what? Here's a good one. Iron Will from Dystopia. That's a bonus track. That's a good one. I like that one. It's a positive one.
Dystopia doesn't sound so good, but yeah, okay.
And how about something from the new album? Let's go Clear the Way. I love Clear the Way.
Clear the Way, okay. So, I know that Mr. Schaffer is kind of writing the music, but who's writing the lyrics? Is he also writing the lyrics, or?
Yeah, John writes lyrics as well. I write lyrics too, so we kind of share the lyric writing abilities,
Okay.
Duties, sorry.
Yep. Abilities maybe too, but yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Abilities maybe too. just joking. Just joking.
For sure. Yeah, no, he's killer lyricist for sure.
So you want to say something about the songs you chose, like King Diamond, Welcome Home? Is it what is kind of?
I chose that because I'm a big I like King Diamond. I've always loved the storytelling aspect, the different voices, I've been I'm a horror fan, so I like horror, so I've always been interested in that stuff, and it was really imaginative music, and of course the high falsetto stuff, and it was just like, it was some of the first stuff I heard.
I see.
And then 3 Inches of Blood, because they were from Vancouver, where I'm from, where I was originally from, and I knew Cam Pipes for a while, and I used to go to their shows, and he was an influence for me vocally. So that's a nice old school one. So there's that. Judas Priest, Painkiller, of course.
It's of course very old school.
That's really self-explanatory.
No question asked here.
The metal god himself.
Yes.
So yeah. And then, what was the other one I chose?
You chose two from
Sorry,
you.
I can't hear you, man.
You chose two from you. Then this is Iron Will from Dystopia.
Oh yeah, Iron Will, just because it's a cool bonus track and it's really positive. And then Clear the Way, just because I freaking love that song. I don't know.
So you just mentioned that you are a big horror movie fan. So can you give me like 3 movies you want your fans to see? What you really like? Horror movies, I mean.
Sure.
What's your top 3?
Definitely a movie called Inside.
Inside, okay.
Just simply Inside. It's a Dimension Extreme movie. It's a French extremism movie, so it's a really killer movie. And Lucio Fulci's Zombie, which is really classic.
It's like 60s or something, right? Or 70s?
Yeah, man, yeah. And if you want to get artsy, I hold on, there's one... Hold on, just 1 second, Ken.
Yeah, no problem.
There's a Dario Argento movie called The Bird with the Crystal Plumage.
Okay, I haven't heard of this one.
And it's a very old Italian thriller. It's really cool.
Okay, good.
Oh, and there's another one. Well, man, that's enough for now. I could go on.
Okay, just give me the fourth one. Now I want to know which one.
Sorry, what? What's that?
Give me the fourth one. I want to know which one it is.
Now I forgot. Which one was it? I was just going to mention. Another French extreme movie called Chetaine, and I'll spell that out for you. S-H-E-T-A...
S-H-T...
Hold on 1 sec. I'll get the right spelling for you. So it's called Chetaine, and it's S-H-E-I-T-A-N. And it's like a French extremism inbred backwoods movie. It's really weird.
Okay.
It's like super, like, it almost gives you like this awkward stomach feeling. It's really crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I will check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
And what kind of music you're listening to when you're on tour?
You're gonna have to speak directly into the mic.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes, okay.
What kind of music are you listening to when you're on tour?
When I'm on tour, I like to listen to a lot of classic rock, so like Kansas, I'll listen to some Deep Purple, Sweet, stuff like that. But I like to listen to like Dio, and I'll listen to Maiden, Priest, really a lot of different stuff. Steely Dan, my music tape, like I'll listen to Frank Sinatra, Harry Connick Jr., Michael Bublé. Like I listen to a lot of different types of music. So,
that's good. I can completely understand to keep your kind of your taste buds fresh, basically. Not to be oversaturated with just one genre. Have you seen? I mean, you're in the music business for a long time now. Have you seen a change in the music scene, in the metal scene, with your audience, maybe or so?
There's always changes happening. It's just adjusting to them. But yeah, there's some changes that are happening for sure. A lot of people don't really have enough money anymore. Like, there's a lot of changes in that regard. I see new generations of fans coming out, so that's really cool. That's a big change, and the fans are there's still young ones out there, so that means there's still new generations of fans happening. There's the venue, I think it's just from everything from the way that the records are selling to, the way that the bands can sell records and sell out and sell shows. It's becoming different now, so there are some changes for sure. Some ups, some downs. We just got to deal with them.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm a little bit annoyed because people have the money to spend almost $10 on a latte macchiato, but don't have enough money to support a band, to see someone live and anyway. But yeah, this is kind of my.
The thing is if you look at it like I think it really comes down to sometimes, man, like, you know, especially with that coffee and the sugars and stuff, and like the eating out and stuff, it's like an addiction as well. So like, I think with live music, I think like sometimes like some people really get off on it, like when they go to a show, they feel that adrenaline and stuff like that. Exactly. But again, it comes down to instant gratification. You know, now in order to go to a show, you got to buy the ticket, you got to wait for the show, you got to go to the show, watch them for an hour and a half. You got to then leave the show, fight parking, stuff like that. When it's easy to just grab a macchiato double sugar one, and then you got that sugar rush right away, right? So it sucks. It really sucks, man. It sucks that people don't want to take in the good things in life and actually have to wait for it and actually have to really take it in, not instant gratification. Again, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We're circling back to this thing, but also I think the oversaturation. You know, I think metal fans in general are very loyal, and you know, we're still coming out to shows and stuff. But of course, you know, there is movies and there is video games and other things. So what kind of specials do you do in your show to kind of keep the fans interested?
We try to pick a set that takes them on a roller coaster, so it's not a constant sound. It's like 1 minute it's a ballad, next minute it's like seven-headed whore, you know, and like or like Boiling Point, and then the next minute it's like Question of Heaven, or the next minute it's like something old, and then we'll pump them up by saying something. You know, there's just we find our ways, and I think people are pretty engaged. But I think anywhere after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, people start losing engagement.
No, but this sounds, you know, I think I can understand that you build like a you build up the tension. You know, you go up and then you go down a little bit, so to kind of not always do, you know, 180 BPM and, you know, going through and just hitting the fans over the head with just fast stuff, and you let them breathe and you know, caught their breath, and so we can stay longer engaged basically. Yeah. But after
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
After 2 hours, I think everyone is a little bit exhausted. But this is how it should be, you know. I mean, this is kind of, if you are longer than 2 hours, then, you know, go to a Goa festival or whatever, and, you know, when there are trucks involved, so I don't want to go there. Then you dance for 5 hours, but this is also stupid in my opinion, because it's not you anymore.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Okay, so. So you already said you're watching your diet. So I'm actually through with my questions. So
perfect.
I thank you for your time, and I will see you once you're here in Jena, in Germany. Okay. And I wish you all the best. And it was really nice talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.